this is Joy from Enjoy Fitness 43, and this morning we're going to be doing some mobility training. So we're going to do our best to get our body to be moving in ways that you probably never thought you were going to be able to move it. So let's start with a warm up. To warm up the body. So we're going to be on the floor a lot. You're only going to need water and a mat for this workout. So in between each segment, you might want to take a little bit longer break because we will be moving around probably in ways that you never thought you wanted to before. Just because it's good to get our body to do things and to move, because our body was meant to move. And if we have bad knees, bad shoulders, bad wrists, we're going to be really working our body. So, you know, I'm not where I want to be, so that's why we're doing this. And you're probably not where you want to be, so that's why we're doing this. So we're going to do our best to move our body around. Don't feel like you have to do this real fast. Speed comes with time, with mobility. First thing we're going to do is we're going to work on form and learning how to get the body to move the way that we want it to move. Okay, last one of these. Okay, so now wrists, put your hands together, and we're going to roll around. So you are going to be using your hands, your wrists a lot in these movements, because having strong forearms and wrists are real important to being able to push yourself up off the ground. Okay, try to go the opposite direction. Not even sure if I'm going the opposite direction. I'm just twirling, okay? Round and round. Okay. Okay, and then down and up. Good. Okay, and then by themselves around and around. So it's how big you go, not how fast you go. So we're just going to be learning some movements, so you'll have to bear with me while I explain to them. We have 3 sets. We're going to be working for 30 seconds and then taking 10 seconds to the next movement. And we're going to be doing each movement 3 times, so 9 rounds all together. Okay, so now ankles, okay. So we're kind of bending over and we're going at the toes. So if you want to do this barefoot, if you have a mat or a big area with a nice, area that you can grip onto the floor with your bare feet or in soft feet that you feel more comfortable moving in, then you can do this workout this way. I say do it in shoes first so that you can make sure you're not going to slip on whatever surface that you're on, okay? So, this is one of those things that you don't do just once. This is a great workout to do a lot. Okay, so wide legs, and let's just keep it low and get those hips going side to side. And as you can see, my location has changed. So I'll be here all week. So my workouts are going to be a little bit shorter. At least I'm trying to make them shorter. We'll see how this goes. But you know me, I want to do that 5-minute warm up, 5-minute cool down. And I really just want to do this mobility workout because it's just so good for your bones and your joints and your muscles. Okay, coming up. Okay, and reach and reach. That's it, staying low, rotating that lower back. Okay, coming back up. Perfect. Okay, so that's our 5-minute warm-up. And we're going to start with a sprawl, going into a front lunge, and then we're going to do a happy crab, and then we're going to do a hover frog push-up. All part of our mobility. Alrighty, so I'm try not to hit the heater. I'm going to hit this though. Okay, so we're going to stay low. Move this mic out of my way. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to go down, come into a sprawl, okay, and then go into a front lunge. Okay, back down, into a sprawl, into a front lunge. Good. Down, into a sprawl, into a front lunge. Down, into a sprawl, into a front lunge. Good. Down, into a sprawl, into a front lunge. So, perfect. Now, coming down on my booty. Now, if you can't push up, you're welcome to stay on your booty. Fingertips pointing to the front. And we're just going to reach up and touch the toe. It's not super fast. Slow is better. Like I said, if you need to, you can put your tush on the ground. Our objective is to get balanced and stretch that leg out. All right, so this one is a hover. So hands flat, fingers out. Okay, so now we're gonna do a push-up back to the hover. So knees go out to a frog, elbows go out. So knees come back in, arms are straight. Good. Heads down. Perfect. Ooh, okay. Back we go. So sprawl into that front lunge, okay? So the plank. So going back into the plank, coming up, front lunge, back into the plank, into the sprawl, other leg, front lunge. Good. Sprawl, front lunge. Good. So what are we looking for? We're looking for being able to do this without thinking about it and being able to do it without pain. Okay, high knee on the ground or high knee up and reaching up. Strength. Good. Keep going. All right. And now our hover into the crab push-up, wide elbow push-up. Hover. Ooh, this one gets you. Whew. Okay, makes me want to do the sprawl. Really bad doing that one. Whew, stretching out those legs. Okay, here we go. Into that plank. Sprawl, back down. Of course, you can walk it out instead of jumping it out. And getting that front lunge lowered is good. to the happy crab. Don't worry, we'll take a break in between happy crab. And the last one, which really gets my legs. Okay, hover. Okay, here we go, hover. Probably higher on that hover than I want to be. Time. That one got me. So the easiest one is at, well, kind of easy, is at the very end, of our series. So it's kind of like a cool down one. Okay, so let's set the timer. So I'm going to put it on for 2 minutes. So we have 2 minutes in between. Okay, so 2-minute break before we start the next one. We're going to do kind of like we did before. We're going to go into a child's pose and then go into a front lunge. And then we're going to do a child's pose and then we're going to come through. Last time we did a slide through to the side. We're going to do a child's pose into a slide through to the front and we'll see how that goes. And it's alternating back and forth. And then we're going to do a rocking hip thrust, which is on our wrists again, kind of like the happy crab, and pushing our hips up. So we're going to just stretch right now. And I've just got my legs out, my feet are touching. And we're gonna catch our wind, so get a drink of water. And up and over and around, little stretch. And then the other side. Okay, so drop this leg over and then come forward. So if you got, your hips or those thighs got you on that hover frog wide push-up, whew, because that was the tough one for me, was that one, because boy, holding yourself up in that hover can get you. So maybe you're strong and that didn't bother you. Okay, wrists, definitely for the last few seconds of our 2 minutes before we start with the child pose. All right, so move this out of the way. And here we go. So 10 seconds. And we're going to start here on our knees to start with. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go back into child's pose, come up, okay, and then long through, okay? Go back, child's pose, come up, and then long through. Good. Down, up, long through. So you can move that arm out of the way, and it can go to the outside of your leg. Good. And we'll just keep coming up. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do the same sort of thing with the child's pose, but now that leg, we're going to shoot it forward. Ready? So here we go. Go down, you come up. Okay, and we're going to bring it forward and back. Up. Okay, so shoot it forward and come back. supposed to look a lot prettier than that. Up. Okay. Shoot it forward. That's one I'm gonna have to work on. Okay. And forward. And come back. Up. And forward. Okay, so this one on the booty. Fingers forward. Okay, so we're up and then press up. Bend the knees, press up. Gonna scoot your hiney, press up. And you can let that head look at the ceiling. Push those hips up if you can. Again, all about strength and mobility. Okay, here we go again. Child's pose into the lunge. So we find our weaknesses. Mine's that front lunge. I mean, this lunge is okay. It's the going with the leg through. And of course, it'll get prettier if we do it more. Get that arm out of the way. That's good. Okay, so now I'm going to try to get that leg in front and shoot it through. Let's see how far I can go. Okay, so back, up. Not where I want it to be. It should be like, you know, hovering off the ground in a straight leg. But you know what? We all have to start someplace. Maybe I need to get back here more. There. How's that? Okay, I'll try that one more. Okay. Maybe get all the way back, rock on my foot. Okay, fingers forward. Okay, so push, drop that hiney back. Push up, drop that hiney all the way back. Now if I was really strong, I could actually lift that hiney up off the ground and it wouldn't skim when I go back. So that's a work in progress too. Okay, wrists. Okay, back in front. Child's pose. Okay, front lunge. And the more you move, the more you get things out of the way, the more you bend things, the better it is. There we go. This one's looking better. Moving that arm out of the way. Okay, so now I'm going to try to actually sit back and get that leg in front. Okay, so child's pose, up and sit back and bring it in. Child's pose, sit back and then come back. Not any prettier. And get back. Up, sit back. Child's pose and sit back. Okay, last time with the rocking hip thrust. Almost there. Okay, so here we go. Oh, knees up, sorry. Knees up and then straight. Feel a little bit stronger. Just rocking on the heels. Okay, time. Perfect. Okay, let's set my 2 minutes. And 2 minutes done, starting. Okay, stretching again. And get those wrists. Okay, so we have our 2 minutes. And really get those wrists. Okay, so this time we're going to be laying flat. We're going to start with 2 moves on our tummy. Then we're going to move over to on our back. So get your drink of water. So this one's going to require you to kick your leg over. So only go as far as you can go. Don't feel like you have to tap the floor on the other side. Like I said, this is a big spinal movement, big mobility movement for you. And then the next one is going to be a dolphin into a child's pose. So this one we've done before, so it's kind of fun. So you'll get used to it. And then we're going to turn over and do kicks the other way. So we're really going to work on the spine right now in 3 different directions. So get those legs, okay, get those toes maybe, roll them around in your shoes because you use them a lot. And find your place on your tummy. Oops, I actually let myself down. Okay. So this workout isn't really going to have a finisher. We're just going to take a good time to have, because it's a mobility workout, we're just going to go ahead and stretch at the end. Maybe we'll just add an extra minute or 2 to our stretching for this one. Okay, so this is what this workout is. You're going, this movement, you're here, we're going to take a leg up, and you're going to lift it and kind of touch the floor behind you, and then do the same thing to the other side, okay? And go back and forth. Apparently I need to get closer to you so I have room so I won't hit anything. So this way, and then turn this way, okay? But I need your, we're trying to get that axial motion, so I need your head to stay looking at the opposite shoulder than where your leg is going, okay? All right, so, and we're just gonna try to go back and forth, so it's not real quick. So arms are in a Y to start with. So I'm gonna take my right leg, take it over, right arm's going over, my head's still looking to the right, okay? So it's not gonna go to the left with my arm and leg. Okay, to the other side. And then back over. Okay, so now we're gonna stay right here in this prone position. We're gonna come up and then take it back into child's pose and then all the way back down. Up, hold it, and then back down. Good. Fix my shirt. Up, and then back. And then back down. Up, and then back. And then back down. So kind of pause. Okay, now onto the back. Fix your shirt. Okay, arms are above again in that Y. Okay, and then we're gonna go across the other way. Try to touch, and then try to touch. Just leave those arms in a Y. And you're just going to try to
Kick as far across as you can, trying to get up towards your hands. And you can take a little pause in the middle if you need to before you lift that other leg up. Okay, back onto your tummy. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go over. And over. Taking your time, only going over as far as your body lets you. Okay, on the tummy. Okay, prone into child's pose. Okay, first the dolphin, child's pose, and back down. And then once you get the movement, if you can do it nice and fluid-like, remembering to get all the pieces in there. Good, now onto the back. Remember, you're gonna kick over and rotate. So you wanna look the opposite way that your foot is going. Right foot's going over to the left, looking at the opposite side. It's going to the right, I'm looking to the left. It's going to the left, I'm looking to the right. Okay, one more set. Okay, in a Y, and going over. Oh, I was looking the wrong way. Still looking the wrong way. I always look the right way on this side, but not the other way. Okay, prone position, elbows tucked in, pushing up, pushing back, coming down. Making sure your hands are right next to your chest, okay? Because that gives you the right place to push up. So your back is happy when you push up, okay? Taking your time. It's not a race. I might be doing it faster just because I've got a right, pace and groove going on. Okay, arms out. Okay, here we go. Okay, so after this, we're just going to take a few extra minutes to stretch than our normal 5 to help with that spine mobility, okay? Okay, so here's our timer. So go ahead and stay on your back, and we're going to grab our shins and roll yourself up and get your drink of water. And I'm going to reset my timer for a little bit longer stretch, okay? So let's go ahead and do a 10-minute stretch now, okay, for our cool down to help us. So grab your water, make sure you have it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take ourselves back down to the ground. So grab those shins again and roll back down. and open the arms up, and we're gonna rock the legs from side to side. So your knees are together, and we're just going to rock the legs from side to side. You can look up at the ceiling. Good. So this is one of the best ones you can do if you have lower back pain. If you've ever gone in for sciatica or any kind of lower back pain, this is one of the first exercises they have you do on the table when you go in for physical therapy. So just rocking back and forth, side to side. Just letting those knees get heavy. If they come apart, they come apart, and eventually you get strong enough that you can hold them together. Okay, so pick a side, and we're just going to stack them and drop them down, hands out to the side. Just look up at the ceiling still, and breathe. Now, mobility workouts aren't for everyone. I know they're not easy because you're on your wrists and your knees a lot. But, you know, you do what you can in them. And, like, I'm nowhere where I want to be in them. So that's why I'm kind of working them in here and there. Because I watch them and I think, oh my gosh, I want to be that strong. Because it's all body weight. You know, if you can't push yourselves up with your own hands, then we're not strong enough. So we need to be able to do that. Okay, so lift those knees back up. Okay, now push up through the hips, okay? And pull in the belly button. And breathe. Okay, now slowly, starting from your shoulders, lower yourself down. Okay, one vertebrae at a time. And then slowly lower the tailbone down, and then rock the knees to the other side. So, but you know, everyone wants to use weights and bands, and that's fun to do because it's a distraction, and it does build muscle. But body weight exercises are the best thing to do. Being able to control your body is so important, no matter how old you are. I mean, when you watch a toddler learning how to walk, when you watch a dancer, an athlete, being able to control their bodies. And, you know, I trip walking on, you know, a flat floor. So I'd like to be able to control my body more. Okay, inhale, exhale, bring those knees back to center. Again, we're gonna push up on the hips, okay, and you're gonna drop your knees out to the side. Try to roll out to the outside of those feet, okay, and keep those hips up. Make sure the chin is vertical with the floor so you're not trying to watch what your knees are doing. And you might get a little shaky because we're holding up those hips, and that's okay. We're not gonna stay up here real long. Okay, I'm gonna inhale, exhale, and slowly lower the hips back down. And then put the bottom of your feet together, and then just let those knees get nice and heavy. And if your feet push out a little bit, that's okay. And just breathe, letting those knees get nice and heavy, opening up the inner thigh. And just let your face relax also. Try to unhinge your jaw and relax those muscles around your cheekbones, around your jaw, around the eyes. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to inhale, exhale. We're going to bring those knees back together. Push up on the hips. Okay, pull the belly button in, and again, lower from the top of the shoulders down, and the tailbone's the last thing to come up. Okay, bring the knees in towards the chest, and don't pull them up so much that that tailbone comes up off the ground. Okay, I want that tailbone on the ground. You're gonna open the knees up towards the armpits, like your toes will be touching still. And you're gonna hug those knees into you. Good. Just holding them there, nice flat back on the ground. Now we're gonna lift the feet up into a happy baby. So you're gonna go onto the inside of your foot and try to bring your hands to the bottom of your feet. If you cannot touch the bottom of your feet, you're just gonna grab onto your ankles and kind of pull down so that those knees come closer to your armpits. So either one, grabbing onto the ankles or putting the hands on the inside of your feet and pushing down. So either one's gonna work. We're just opening the pelvis more, relieving stress and anxiety. Opening up circulation. It also helps with a multitude of other things. Digestion. Okay, try to have those feet kind of flat while you're doing this, okay? Whether you're holding onto your ankles or not. Okay, we're gonna inhale, exhale, slowly lift those legs up. Hands are gonna come to the outside of the legs. Okay, holding above the knees, holding onto the calves. You're gonna inhale, exhale, and slowly bring those legs in just a little bit closer to you. So your first objective is trying to get the legs straight. Okay, so kind of push through the knees, push up through the heels, toes coming down towards you. Now, if you can't grab onto your calves, you can maybe wrap your hands around your thighs and pull your legs in, or maybe you have your towel and you can put the towel around your calves, not behind your knees, okay? Stay away from behind your knees. Push those heels up, push the knees back. Inhale, exhale, and release that. Okay, put the left foot onto the floor, and we're just gonna pull that right leg in. Maybe you can make a little more distance when you have a single leg. Now I have my hand below my knee, pressing on my thigh, and then my right hand is up around my ankle, trying to straighten my leg a little more, pushing through my heel, pulling down on my toe, feeling the stretch all the way through the back of my leg into my glute. And breathing. On your exhale is when you let your body release and you feel that stretch. And then let's go ahead and release that leg. Bend the knee, set that foot down. Let's take the other leg up. Again, holding onto the ankle, hand below the knee on my thigh, pushing through the heel, toes down, inhale, and exhale. And one more breath. Perfect. Let's go ahead and put that leg down. Now we're gonna put the knees together again, and we're just gonna drop them to the side, and we're gonna roll over. Okay, so we're here, and we're just gonna go ahead and slip our hand through. And then we're gonna come up and push our hand through. All right, and then we're gonna come back up into a seated position, and we're gonna rotate those wrists again. So this is Joy from Enjoy Fitness 43. Thank you for being here with me for our short little mobility workout today. Hands together and just rotate them around. And you know, if we do this once or twice a week, then our mobility is going to increase. So this is one of those, I got nothing else to do and I want to work on my mobility workouts. So keep working at it. It's a great way to get stronger and to increase our flexibility and our muscle strength without using anything but ourselves. So let's take a deep breath in. So subscribe, tell your friends about it. We're just a bunch of people working out together, and I will see you next time.
Talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.